let's look at Psalm chapter 1, verse 3 and 4. He's like a tree. He is like a tree planted by streams of water that yields its fruit in its season, and its leaf does not wither. He is like a tree planted by streams of water that yields its fruit in its season, and its leaf does not wither. In all that he does, he prospers. The wicked are not so. The wicked are not so, but are like chaff that the wind drives away. The wicked are not so, but are like chaff that the wind drives away. So, our setup is that happiness is not found in our culture's way of thinking, or acting, or belonging. But instead, happiness is found for the man or woman who will shift their thinking to be totally submitted and shaped by the instructions of God. And you will discover and discern the instructions of God by digging into the words of the prophets, the words of the law, the story of God's redemption handed down through Moses and given to the prophets and eventually pointing to Jesus. Now the psalm writer stands before Jesus, but we know that Jesus came as the living word. He was God's instructions in human form. And happiness is found for the one who thinks and acts in response to God's instruction, who delights in it. Okay? So it's this next section, that's the setup, but this next section says, what will that man be like? The man who is submitted to the law of the Lord, the instruction of the Lord, he will be like a tree. That means firm, planted, not wishy-washy, not tossed back and forth by every new trend, but planted in such a way that it's even producing shelter and sustenance for the community. And this is not just an example of taking God's instructions and then plopping them down. Like, there is an organic, transformative process where God's instructions are shaping me, and then as I produce good sustenance, good fruit, good wisdom, good actions for the community, it's not just a cookie cutter, like pick it up here, plop it down there. It's actually something fresh and new and delightful. It's God's love and his instructions and his personality as filtered through a real organic life, like genuine life. That's what it means to be a tree planted by streams of living water that yields its fruit in season. And so there's a natural rhythm to your life. Not every day is productive in the same exact way, but ultimately the one who is shaped by the instructions of the Lord, they will not be swept away by catastrophe. This idea that the leaf will never wither is saying when drought comes, when hardship comes, when storms come, these are not going to just instantly destroy you. It doesn't mean that, every day will be a bumper crop. It just means that there is eternal security for the soul planted in the Lord. He is like a tree planted by streams of water that yields its fruit in its season, and its leaf does not wither. He is like a tree planted by streams water that yields its fruit in its season, and its leaf does not wither. In all that he does, he prospers. The wicked are not so. The wicked are not so, but are like chaff that the wind drives away. So you have direct contrast. The planted man or woman who is anchored and grounded in the character of God versus the one who is being shaped by culture's way of thinking and acting and belonging. That person will be more like dust and leaves and chaff that blows away. The next trend that comes will sweep you away. The next calamity that comes, the next hardship that comes will sweep you away. And we have seen that over and over again. That's the nature of popularity or trending. If something is trending today, you know it's not going to be the thing that's trending in 5 years or 6 months or even 6 weeks. And so this person will not be happy or fruitful or even around. They will not remain, and their work will not remain or have impact down the road. So it's a grim picture for the one who is not planted and delighting in the Lord. Let's finish it out. Let's sing it one more time. He's like a tree. He is like a tree planted by streams of water that yields its fruit in its season, and its leaf does not wither. He is like a tree planted by streams of water that yields its fruit in its season, and its leaf does not wither. In all that he does, he prospers. The wicked are not so. The wicked are not so, but are like chaff that the wind